went to Justin Rigney seminar on Wednesday. It was kind of a just by happenstance because posted something on Instagram, and if you don't know him, follow him. He's dope as fuck, smart as fuck, offensive as fuck. So all the kind of fucks that I like. Alrighty, YouTube land. Steven Jengwick with Strong Dogs. And if you're wondering why the fuck am I 20 paces, 20 yards away from you, what are we up to? Are we playing or what the hell? We are tracking today. And since we are tracking, because tracking to me is very tedious and dull, so dull, but we got to do it. It's part of the leg of IGP, IPO, Schutzen, whatever it goes by these days. So I figure, since it's been minutes since I've talked to you guys, this would be a good time to just wrap as I am plotting this and tell you at the same time what I'm doing, but also tell you all about my Justin Rigney seminar that I went to on Wednesday. But right now we are just laying the track, and one of the things we actually did cover was tracking, because he kind of helped me understood that IGP tracking is not really tracking. And I got Aria right there under the camera, keeping an eye on her so she can plots, because I have to work on her long downs, which if you saw that short is exactly what I was doing, because her and I are just getting way too close and she's getting way too comfortable for me to be anywhere, and she's gets a little jealous when I get too far away from her. She wants to break and get by me, so I do have her e-collar on her. I didn't want to put it on her during tracking, but because of this part, kind of had to. But anyway, so went to Justin Rigney seminar on Wednesday. It was kind of a just by happenstance, because posted something on Instagram, and if you don't know him, follow him. He's dope as fuck, smart as fuck, offensive as fuck. So all the kind of fucks that I like. She's wanting to move. So, but I texted him, or shot him a DM and just asked him if he's ever coming to Orlando, and he was like, Wednesday. I'm like, oh, great. So brought Aria with me, and I gotta say, the boy lives up to the hype. The man lives up to the hype, because told him all about us, and he actually knows Ed, my coach, which is cool in my book. So he gets some street cred, and Ed wasn't lying, because you see these big personalities, but you never actually hear anyone of actually knowing people. Fuck, I overestimated this one with how much I laid out already. So anyways, so we worked on, I told him the kind of things we were having trouble with her on, which was the bark. Might have to go back and break some of these up. Definitely will. The bark and hold, because that's another skill in IGP that we have to do. Because by nature, she's not a barker, and by most nature, dogs are not supposed to be heavy barkers. Reason for that is when they're hunting, they never bark. When you see a wolf in the wild, they never bark. They want to stalk and hunt their prey. So with that same philosophy, your dog should not really bark, but it's that barrier belief that starts happening, kind of like why your dog wants to bark when they're in the crate, but once they get out, they're not. So we did the fence bark, which you've probably seen if you know Justin. He did not invent it, and he will cite that. And Ed has known the fence bark as well. His fence is just broken. You could probably hear her whining now. But it's to create that agitation, and then marking the bark. Eventually, over time, we'll be able to just put a command to it. But right now, we just have to get her so amped up that she can actually bark. But then when it came to the tracking, and what she helped me understand was IGP tracking is not really tracking. It's obedience. It's a tracking by obedience. It's keeping that nose to the ground. And right now he wants me to be on the balance beam with her just to take out any turns. And one thing I was doing was footprint, turn, and not even a turn really, but it was just walking like you normally do. Now we're closing the gap so this way it stays on track of where she wants to be, which is straight, because that's what we need to work on first, is rather than putting space and everything else where she almost zigzags and gets lost and goes into circles. So balance beaming it right now, but I was hoping for a better, sexier way of doing this. But unfortunately, when it comes to building a skill, it's all, yeah, I'm going to run out of food. Fuck. But it is what it is. 20 yards is too much, or I just didn't bring enough gear. It is what it is. So, with that, don't need this anymore. Do have her on a flat, so this way I'm going to bring out the 2 leashes. So 1, it helps with keeping her nose to the ground, but 2, plots. It helps with direction. So it's almost like sled dogging it. And then the end product, see how she wants to be near me? Plots. Is the article detection, which is where she plots once she gets to the end. But that's a separate skill, which we've also been working on. Zip. So I'll probably make a short about that one. But for right now, I'm going to do this. But the biggest thing I got to say with the Justin Rigney seminar was, oh, here we go. No, no, sit down. No. Sit down. It's just like any coach. Not only does he just not want to give you the answer, and from another person's perspective of how they troubleshoot something or build a program to get to the end goal. So I thought I was pretty good about reverse engineering things, but he takes it to another level. Sit down, baby. It's just so I can get through this. Sit down. No, sit down. So for instance, like on the hold, as we're holding, worst people, and I'm guilty of this, would say out, where they have her hold her object, say out and reward. Whereas technically you're just wanting to build a hold. So after she holds, maybe even for a little duration, then you release. And just by that alone, she would probably let go of the dowel. Well, she wants to go, so let's just let her go. And track. Okay, I want to give some clarity on the tracking, because I know this video is kind of all over the place right now, doing 2 things at once, telling you about the seminar and what I'm doing in tracking. So I mentioned earlier, I teased it earlier inadvertently, that tracking in IGP is not really tracking. It's tracking by obedience. And that point is the dog's nose has to stay into the ground during tracking in IGP, which is a field that is laid out kind of like this, but it's very structured. It's straight, sharp turns, nose stays to the ground. And that is the obedience part of it, because if the nose comes up out of the ground, points will be deducted. Unlike, say, search and rescue, drugs, bomb sniffing dogs, they're using all their senses. They're using nose, sight, smell, hearing, taste, touch, everything to their advantage to find what they are looking for. So that is why we're saying that IGP tracking is not very... The backpack is kind of where I want it to end, but like I said, because of how I laid it, ran out of food, so it is what it is. The thing about fucking tracking in Florida is the goddamn fire ants. Last thing you want is to lay food in fire ants or have your dog go over and fire ants. Much like tracking. It's tracking in the theme of it, but in its accuracy and the nature of it, of how a dog does it, not so much. So that is why we're doing it like this and using food for luring. And anytime you start a new skill, and as you can see here with Aria and I, we haven't done it, much at all, just a couple of tracks. It's not pretty. Nothing new really starts pretty, but that is okay. Anything we're doing, you're going to have that suck phase of it. And that's where we're at right now with it. Okay, so it looks bad. It looks clunky. Art still goes in circles, and it is what it is. I'm not beating her up because it's not just her, it's me. I'm learning as there's how she gets tangled up right there. So it's not just her, it's also me learning the skill as a handler as well, because this is something I have never done. With Ava, hers was more like search and rescue. It was, here's the smell, go. There was no structure or any kind of methodical way about doing this. So, good girl. Also when it comes to tracking, it's kind of like lonely, and I did say it's boring, but it has to be done. So I'm trying to have a better attitude about it because it's still a skill, but enough to just get through for right now. And then depending on what I want to do after, if we get level 1, maybe I'll keep going, or we'll switch out of it and go to search and rescue or something else. But for right now, I just wanted to talk over what's the goal here, and that's just keeping her nose to the ground, straight lines. Keep just how he breaks down stuff and reverse engineers it, and makes you think more critically. Yes. So this way it's just not cut and paste on the answer. She still smells the food. That's all this is, but it's playtime now, so I don't care. And then understanding. Oh. Left. Loose. Come on. Left loose. Yes, go. Oh. What? Left. She's tired, finally. Look at that tongue. She's tired. Go around. See if she'll go around the camera without knocking it over. Yes. Mentally tired. Physically, hell no. Oh. Let's see if she'll do a longer round. Go around. It's the tree we always use. Nope. Go around. Yes. Missed it. Oh. Yes. What was I saying? Try this like 4 times already. Up. Contact. Target. Foos. Left foos. Target. Go. I don't know. We'll leave it on that. I kind of forgot what happened and what I was talking about, but that's what we're doing. We're just tracking, and like I said, it's boring as hell, keeping her nose down, working on food. I'll put up a short about article detection. Oh, the dog is coming now. Come here. Out. Plots. Good. You know what? You can keep your ball. Train your dog. Talk to you guys next time. Thank you all for the new subscribers. Keep watching. Peace.